Welcome back, class, to Words, Words, Words. We've already talked about prohibited words, talked about precise and vivid words versus vague and dull ones. Now we're going to talk about active versus passive voice. We want our essays to be really active. We want them to jump off the page. We don't want them just to be couch potatoes. Our objective here again is to identify and use precise, vivid, and active word choice to enhance meaning or style. Passive voice and wordiness. Passive voice. The subject of the sentence is acted upon. Remember, the subject actually generally should be the one doing whatever the sentence is doing. But in passive voice, subject is being acted upon. The first noun is acted upon by the second noun in the sentence. Michigan was defeated by Alabama. The brakes were slammed by Sally. That's passive because actually Alabama was the one doing the defeating. Sally was doing the one slamming. But the way that the sentence is set up has Michigan being the focus, and so, we don't even have any Alabama people in this photo. Michigan is the focus, the brakes are the focus, and yet really the focus should be on Alabama, the focus should be on Sally. They are the actors, they are the agents of the sentence. Active voice, the subject of the sentence is the actor. Alabama defeated Michigan. Okay? And a lot of times you'll hear the coach at the press conference say, we didn't play our game, but give the other team credit. Well, active voice gives the other team credit. Alabama was the reason that Michigan lost. Alabama defeated Michigan, and they should be the focus of the sentence. They are the actors. Sally slammed the brakes. How do you recognize passive voice? Verb will always include a form of be. Am, is, was, were, are, or been. The spell was broken. Good one to learn for politics. Mistakes were made. We're not even going to put the subject in that sentence. We're going to just leave it blank so that we don't really take blame for what happened. Sentence may include the word by. Okay, so mistakes were made by me. That would be bold. Why to avoid passive voice? It makes sentences sound awkward. A lot of times you're using more words than if you just use active voice. And it can be convoluted. Causes prose to seem dull and uninteresting. Prefer the active voice. Causes you to write clear and direct sentences, prevents sentences from becoming too complicated or wordy. I think we eliminated 2 or 3 words from that Michigan and Alabama sentence by going active. When to use the passive voice? There's actually occasions where it's appropriate. Politics, for one, when you don't want to take blame. But other situations, when the agent is unknown, obvious, or unimportant. Scientific writing. An experiment was conducted. We don't often see people saying, I conducted the experiment. We don't mention ourselves in scientific writing. So that's not important. That is known, but it's unimportant in scientific writing. There's other writing where that actually is appropriate. When the writer wants to postpone mentioning the agent until the end of the sentence or avoid mentioning the agent at all, highlights the action and what is acted upon rather than the agent. We'll take a look at this one, because sometimes the agent is not important. Here's an example. The coach was notified that his player was in jail. We can see by the was that this is going to be an example of passive voice. The coach was notified that his player was in jail. We don't see the by. We don't even know who the by was. We could turn it around, make it active. We could say the graduate assistant notified the coach that his player was in jail. That makes it active. Graduate assistant, that is the actor or the agent in this sentence. So we include that, but you can see that that's not all that appropriate. The graduate assistant, the agent, is relatively unimportant in this statement compared to the coach and player. In summary, avoid prohibited words. Choose vivid, precise words over vague, dull ones. And avoid passive voice unless it is appropriate. The end.